Every one of us should know what this thing is. The only way you wouldn't is if you lived in a cold, dark place, maybe Antarctica. But for the most part, these things are everywhere in the world. And this is a fly. And we're going to be taking a look at this nasty little critter under the microscope. Alright, so we are at the back of the fly and we're going to work our way from the back end to the front of the face. Now, flies are normally associated with irritation and disgust, and for good reason. The irritation comes from them buzzing around and landing on you whenever you're trying to do anything if they're present. And then the disgust is they are always present when there is something nasty. If there's fecal matter, if there's rotten food, these guys are present. And although they are nasty and disgusting, they do play a big role in our planet. They are decomposers, so they eat fecal matter. Hold on one second. We are coming up on the eyes. I always find the eyes of insects to be fascinating. Big red eyes, quite impressive. And then you have these little circles here. I believe these are used as light receptors that pick up and detect light. Anyway, very fascinating. I really like looking at the eyes of these insects. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so these guys are big decomposers. They lay their eggs in it, they eat fecal matter, they eat rotten food or organic. They basically eat decaying organic matter. And so they help decompose all this rotten and decaying matter on our planet. They also are pollinators, so they transport pollen from flower to flower. Sometimes you'll see flies land on flower petals, and they transfer pollen. Another thing they're good for is they are a good food source for many animals. We've looked at a lot of spiders on this channel, and these guys are a food source for them. They're not the only food source, but they are a big food source and they reproduce very quickly. And so they are a good food source. Now we're looking at the wings here. If this guy will hold still. What's interesting about these wings is you have all these tiny little hairs all over the wings. So all these little black dots everywhere. Hold still, buddy. All these black dots, these are little hairs. Now I've seen hairs on other insects' wings, and it's always interesting to see, and I wonder why there's so much hair all over the wings. Anyway, very fascinating. We're gonna flip this guy over and look at the underside and see if there's anything interesting there. We have now flipped the fly over and we are up near the face of the fly. Right here we have, I believe this is the mouth or the mouthpiece. And I'll show you. So we have an eye over here and then an eye on the other side. And we'll look at those. So yeah, that's the mouth. So we got our eye here. And so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the mouth. Anyway, one last fact about flies is they are pretty disgusting because they can carry disease. They are landing on all sorts of nasty surfaces and they pick up that bacteria or germs and they spread it to wherever they go. So they are pretty nasty. Now I want to take a moment and say, if you are enjoying today's video, Please subscribe and comment below what you would like to see under the microscope, and I will do my best to show it to you. And thank you for all the support that I've already gotten from those who are watching my channel. Now I'm going to go through and I'm going to look at the different parts of this and show you guys some of the highlights or the things I find fascinating. So we'll be jumping around. We have the legs here. Now, one thing it's probably the best thing about a fly, and that is the color. I find flies to that green emerald color. I think it looks really, I guess it's a pretty color. It looks really good. It's too bad it has to be on a fly, but it is a very pretty color. I also like these. I always like to look at the feet of the insects. We see these claws on there. And these are used for climbing surfaces, so they climb walls. Another thing that is fascinating is a lot of times on these insects that we look at, or these bugs, then you can see a pulse in the legs. That's why I always check the legs, because you see this pulse in there. And it's always fascinating to see that movement going on through the body of these insects, showing that they have a system that makes them run and function. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you are not, and I hope to see you on the next video. So I'll see you hopefully then.